All right, April 6th. A great day today. Actually, I had a good day. My dog is going bananas right now for whatever reason. Um, yeah, an awesome day today. So I feel like my trading is it's getting a lot better, especially with my patience, with being able to see the bigger trades that give me more conviction. Um, so I do have some trades, obviously, that had you know no conviction, and I'm not even sure why I was in them, such as this go-go trade, which, if you have a look, got in this Tuesday. There's no obvious break over any levels. It's just basically gapped up, kind of playing within this channel here. I think it just had some mediocre volume. Got me excited that day for whatever reason. I thought maybe this thing would have broke the channel. This range here. I should have waited until it did that. So one of my issues is, for one, volume. When I have my breakouts or breakdowns, I need to wait for volume confirmation, basically, or just get in maybe a small position and see what happens. But go. So I got in. It went up a little bit, nothing crazy, and came right back down. And it's a good thing that I got out. I got out basically break even. I think I took a small loss on this one. But if you have a look at that 5 o'clock. Huge sell off there. So good thing I got out of that. Almost a dollar. Sorry, 50 cents. Um, yeah, nothing here. Not sure why I got in. This is one I definitely could have avoided, but still working on my anticipation setups here. CRUS, Cirrus Logic. Another one that I didn't at the time. I thought, okay, it's a breakout. This might just continue up, but I shouldn't have got in there until it confirmed, until I had conviction that it was in fact going up. So had some resistance at this 64-ish level, a little above it. Until it broke that, I shouldn't have even been in this. No setup here whatsoever. No flag, no channels, no range, no nothing. Just a gap up. And if you look at the 30-minute, there's nothing telling me that this is even breaking out of the opening range until really the end of the day, 4 p.m., and the open the next day. So a trade I should not have been in again, but for whatever reason I was. Not sure of my reasoning at the time, but this is why I go over these trades to familiarize myself with these things, right? Like, why was I in this? So next time when I see something like this, and I have that thought process where, hey, this looks like a good trade for this reason or whatever it is. Maybe it's just the volume, had some volume and was extending up, and I was like, hey, I'm excited. I want to get in this trade, but there's nothing that says this is a good trade. This is a great trade, which is what you want essentially. You want a great trade. So I got in and came up. Didn't even get to that resistance level at 64-ish, and just came right back down. So I took like again a small loss, pretty much break even here. And CALI, this is a great one as well. I like this trade. Um, this is the one I was stalking from last night and the day before. So this came on the range scanner. I actually have it set up to show me 5-day and 10-day percentage changes. So this one being at the top, 118% in 5 days, 130 in I think it was 6 days. Oh, sorry, I read the wrong one there. Cali, 109. So 208% in, what's that, 2 days? How many days is that? Here we go, 9 days, 260%. So this thing was up there, and it's a piece of shit stock. This has been floating around, a dollar for, a few weeks. $3 for, that's pretty much as high as it's been. Like, look, this thing is a piece of junk. It's got no reason to shoot up like this, so it's, just a pump. That's all it is. So, and this is where I've always had issues. Where I was always looking to get in this on day one. Day one was where, and I would have got stopped out of this thing all day. Would have got stopped out. Who knows how many times I would have got stopped out. Even day two, I probably would have tried again. Maybe even on day three. But I was just patient until, this thing was just way up there. And I was like, okay, this is where I'm going to get in. I got in, it was fairly close to the top. I believe it was 15-minute confirmation cup. That I really wanted this thing because I knew it was up. I knew it was gonna come down at some point, but I just wanted that absolute confirmation. I believe I got it right here at this level. Bar break down, bar break up, stop, got in here, and just wrote it down. And this was beautiful. And my target was actually, I had it at 302. This thing came down to 304. Then came back up. So I got out somewhere around 330 or 340. Only because I was happy with the trade. I was thinking about holding this because I think this thing's just going to come crashing back down tomorrow. It's maybe the day after. It might go sideways for a few days and then come down a little more, maybe $2.50, $2. Who knows? But I was happy with my profits I made. Like I said, right now I'm just looking to compound and just make my account back. Tellurian Inc. This one, I probably could have held this one, but it was maybe just being impatient. One of my anticipation trades. So it doesn't. It's flattening out a little bit here, but it was just slow. So getting squeezed here on this level here made a nice base, and it broke through. I did chase this one a little bit. Where did I get in? I know there was a. I believe I got in down here somewhere. 1129, yeah, that's about right. So just below this bar, I believe I got in. So I did chase it quite a bit. A good 30-40 cents, which is probably a little too much. A little late to the party, but I probably could have held this one a little more. I have a feeling I'm going to check it out again tomorrow if it starts getting some volume. And this was what I was talking about earlier on, where so it broke through. And it didn't really have a lot of volume here. 46K. And 85. Like the volume wasn't huge. Especially if you look on the daily. Like I want one of these big bars. Lots of volume. Just to confirm that this thing is in fact breaking down. It didn't happen. So, I did get out. I took some profits, enough to cover whatever trading commission fees I had for this trade. So it was enough just to, I was in. It wasn't going as fast as I wanted it to, so I got out. I'll stock it again tomorrow, maybe next week, just to see how it does. Maybe not even get in, but just to watch it, just to see if maybe I should have been a little more patient. Because it actually doesn't look like a bad setup at all. It's creating a nice base. Broke down. I would have loved to see this one really break down, but this thing could really go down. Why not go down to $5? Had some support there before. And my last trade, 8KTX, Kari Therapeutics. This was my bread and butter today. So another one that's just been up huge. 183% in 7 days. This was on my new episode, Chat with Traders. Right on. Something to listen to at the gym. So this one also on the range scanner. Watching this all day and caught this one near the top as well. And I went a little bigger. I actually wanted to go a lot bigger than what I was, and I still think this is going to come way down. It had some news. I don't remember what it was. It was just whatever, some random news. Nothing spectacular. I think it was just an analyst upgrade. So obviously a lot of people jumped on it. Gap up. Great, wonderful. Just looking at this chart, it's it's another piece of shit stock. Broke through the Psych 10, but this thing, you could tell it's got a history of doing these big moves coming down, big move coming down, and then just kind of little. Yeah, that's nothing special, but it's done these big moves before, and it comes right back down and consolidates. So again, just watching this one, being very patient with it, because these are just lots of short squeezes. Lots of short squeezes. Just waited for this one. I'm glad actually I waited till today because this gap up. I probably would have got in, day 3, day 4. Probably one of these days. This day would have been definitely a day, if you could see here, this coming up, and then this showing some good signs of it turning around. But see, that 68%, I wouldn't have even had this on my radar, so I wouldn't have even been watching it at that point, which is why I like this. Over 100%, then it's got my eye. So I caught it near, check this out on the 5-minute. So I did see the bar break down here, bar break up, and it came down and consolidated. Now I wanted to get in under here. I did get skipped, so I said, you know what, it's not breaking down just yet. Do I want to get in? I'll let it see if it comes back up a little bit, and it kept testing this kind of 1750 area. So I got in at 1745, I believe it was. So you know what, I'll just put it. It was a medium-sized position. I got in on this, and not too long off, this thing just came crashing right down, and I got out. I should have held more, shoulda, woulda, coulda, whatever. They say that's one of the hardest things is letting your winners run. And I got out in this 15, just above 1550, where it started to go sideways here. And I still have, a lot of conviction that this thing is just going to come crashing right back down, at least to 10. That's my, if it fills this gap, it might even go sideways for a few days, but it's going to come back down. Might even try again for see if I can short it again tomorrow. Hopefully it comes back up to, a decent level. It'd be nice if it shot back up some more and then came back down. But we'll just watch it again tomorrow. I was going to hold it, but alarms went off literally while I was at work. They have, it was like a gas leak or something, so I was like, okay, you know what, I did exit my position around that time. I was like, okay, you know what, that's just enough confirmation for me. That's a sign saying, get out, take your money and just run with it. I was like, okay, beautiful, that's exactly what I did. So made enough money to cover basically all my losses that I've had, just the very small losses in the last, I'd say, 2 weeks. So pretty happy with that trade. Overall, a good day, some good stuff to watch tomorrow, and see what happens.